I am sure that you have used a smart speaker before, like Echo Dot or Google Home Mini, right? Well, did you know that you can create your own smart speaker in Python? Today, I will be showing you how we will be adding some very cool features to our smart speaker. We can have it play some music for us, we can ask the time, and we can also research about some famous people. Are you guys ready to make a smart speaker from scratch? Well, let's get coding. Hey everyone, so today we are going to be using Visual Studio to be creating our Alexa in Python. Now, first we will actually need to download a simple Python package. So we'll go to our Google Chrome window and we'll search Python speech recognition. So we'll search this and just waiting for this to load. So we'll go ahead and click on that first link there, and you can see it is open this website and there is a line of code at the top with this button. Click on the button, it will copy it. We'll go back to our Visual Studio, open a new terminal, and you just do Control V, so it will install our speech recognition package. Now what we need to do is we'll import it. So import speech recognition. And we'll give this a little name. We'll call it SR, just for short. So now that we're done with that, we'll go ahead and create a variable called listener, and it will be equal to sr.recognizer. So it will be able, our Alexa will be able to recognize our voice. That's pretty cool. Now what we'll do is we'll create a try block as well as an accept block. Now if you don't want, if you completely want to ignore this accept block, all you have to do is write in the word pass, so the program will skip over this and it will move on to the next line of code. But we'll go back to our try block here and we'll type in with sr.microphone, and we'll also give this a name as well. We'll call it maybe source. How about that? Let's fix that here. So we'll need a colon at the end here. So this line of code is going to be using our microphone on our computer, and we're just giving that a name called source. Okay, so now what we'll do, we'll create a variable called voice, and it will be equal to listener dot listen, and in the parentheses, we'll write in the value source. Now we'll create a variable called command. It will be equal to listener dot recognize underscore Google, and this value will give it as voice. So this line of code is going to, Alexa will listen to your command and it will put that text into Google. So let's go ahead and run this. How about that? And we'll see how it looks like. So I'm not really sure when to, talk to Alexa, when to give my command to her, because it's not saying when to do that. So we can fix that with just one line of code. After here, we'll put in a print statement, and we'll put in it'll print listening on our screen. So this will be printed out, and then we'll know exactly when to talk to Alexa. Hi, Alexa. So of course, we haven't given any further code for the program to print anything else after we've given the command. So it's just quit the program. But you can see that it has printed out the word listening on our screen. So that's awesome. Now, what we'll do is we don't really know what Alexa has heard from us, what we have said to her, if she's misunderstood something. So we'll go ahead and put in a print command here. This will print out what we have said to Alexa on our screen. So let's do that. Hi, Alexa. So you see, this printed out my command on the screen. It says, hi, Alexa. So just a simple fun thing we can do is, you see that the A in Alexa is uppercase, right? So we can actually just turn that into a lowercase. So to do that, we'll do command.lower. So this will make our entire command lowercase. And you should be familiar with the dot lower if you all watched the previous Python projects, because we have used this. There's also dot upper, which will turn into uppercase, and there's also a dot title, which will make the first letter of the word, first letter of the word uppercase. So let's go ahead and run this. Hi Alexa. So you see that the A in Alexa is now lowercase. Another thing we can do is we can make the entire word Alexa disappear from our screen. So we'll do an if statement, and we'll write in, if the word Alexa is in our command, then we'll need to replace, right? Well, we need to replace that word Alexa with just a blank string. So this is the line of codes for how to do that. So let's run this, and we do need to fix the indentation here for the print command. Now let's see. Are you there, Alexa? So now the entire word Alexa has gone from our screen. It is only printed out the rest of my command, which is, are you there? So that is pretty cool. Now, what we can do is, well, we have completed the first step of our project, right? Alexa is now listening to us, so we want her to actually talk to us as well, right? So we'll go back to this listener variable, and here we'll put in engine, or actually before this, we need to install another Python project, or Python package, and we'll do that by writing Python, and it will say text-to-speech. Just like that. So once we run it, we'll open that first link, and again it will open the same website. So we'll copy that line of code, and same thing as before, we'll run or paste it here. So there are going to be a lot of packages to install in this project, but it's a simple way on how to do it. So again, we'll have to import our Python text-to-speech here by writing that, and we'll go back to our listener, and now we can create our engine variable, and we'll use our Python text-to-speech here. Oh, and I misspelled it here. There's supposed to be a Y, just like that. So we'll go ahead and do that. So here we'll use it just like that. So our Python text-to-speech, and we'll do a dot initialize, because we'll have to initialize our engine. Now we'll create a variable called voices. So it will be equal to engine.getProperty, and it will get the property of all the voices that our Python text-to-speech package can give us, right? And now what we'll do, now that we've gotten the property, we'll need to set the property. So we'll do engine.setProperty, and the P has to be uppercase. So set property, and we will need to get it from the voice, and we'll need to set the voice of our Alexa. So we'll choose that second voice, and that would be index number 1, right? And I'll create an ID for that by writing .id at the end. So now if you want to know how your Alexa sounds like right away, you can first let's go ahead and write .run and wait. So one cool thing about this project is you can customize what you want your Alexa to say. That is the best part about it. So you can do engine.say, and you can go ahead and type in your command here, and Alexa will say that to you. So we can have her say maybe I am Alexa, and she can ask like, what can I do for you? Something like that. So let's run this and see how she sounds like.
Hi Alexa, what can I do for you?
It's great to hear your voice, Alexa. Awesome. So you probably heard that our Alexa has spoken to us. She has said the exact command that we've written here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and delete that line of code. If you want, you can keep it, but we will want to keep on asking questions and giving commands to Alexa one after the other. So I don't really want her to say that every single time. I just want to go ahead and ask my questions straight away. All right, so now that we're done with that, we can go ahead and actually, let's go ahead and put this all in a simple function. So we'll tab it by clicking on the tab button, and we'll make a function maybe called take command. So we'll create that function here, and it should be an underscore. So now, since we created a function called take command, we'll now need to call it, right? So to do that, we'll create another function here called run Alexa, and we'll put in another variable called command equals take command, right? Here's where we're going to be running it, or sorry, calling the take command function. And we'll also do a print command down here as well, just like this. So now that we've created another function called run Alexa, we'll need to call this as well. So we'll just go ahead and write a run Alexa at the bottom here. So what it will basically do is it will read this line of code, run Alexa. We're calling that run Alexa function. It'll go here, and then it will see that we have called the take command function. It'll go to our take command function up here, run all the code inside. So it is kind of running its way from bottom to up, but that's fine. And now what we're able to do is we can put in some really cool features for our Alexa, like what she can do for us. So we'll go ahead and do that all in the run Alexa function here. But before we do that, we will go ahead and install another package. So we'll install package. It'll be called Python PyWhatKit. So we'll have to open that same link. And this is the one. Yep, there we go. Again, copy that. Terminal, Control V. So now that it is installed, we'll go ahead and run it here. So Python, or import PyWhatKit, just like that. So now that we've imported it into our program, let's go ahead and put in some cool features that our Alexa can do. Okay, so how about we have our Alexa play some music for us, play some songs. We'll ask her to play a specific artist or anything. We want her to play that for us, right? So we can do that with just a few lines of code. We'll create an if statement here, and we'll do the same thing like we did here with the, how we've taken the word Alexa out of our command by using this if statement. The same thing we'll do if the word play is in our command, right? We are going to create a variable called song, and it will be equal to command.replace, and it will replace that word play with an empty string, just like that. Awesome. So now what we'll do is we will actually, how about we'll go back up here right before our take command function. We'll create another function here called talk. And it will have text here in the parentheses. So it will have engine.say. So it will say the text. Alexa will tell the text. And then we'll have engine.run and wait. Just like that. Okay, so now we need to create that because we're going to use that talk here at the bottom. So it will say talk and then playing. So Alexa will say playing and then whatever song that we have asked her to play. So now what we'll do is we'll use that PyWhatKit we installed, and we'll do PyWhatKit.play on YT. YT would stand for YouTube, and it will play that song for us. Okay, so let me just explain this code real quick. So if the word play is in our command, right, it will say like play songs by Ariana Grande or whatever. If that word plays in the command, it will replace the word play with an empty string, and then it will say playing whichever song you asked, and then it will use that Pilot kit to play that song on YouTube. So it should open it up by itself. You don't have to open YouTube yourself. So let's run this and see what happens. Alexa, play some songs by Olivia Rodrigo. Okay, so I did forget it said if play in command, it's giving a type error saying that the argument of type non-type is not iterable. Let's check that code here. So it's giving the command for this line of code. Oh, I did forget. Sorry about that. So in this except, after the pass, we'll need to actually put in a return here, and it will return the command. So I did forget about that one line of code, but this should be the solution to that error we just got. Let's go ahead and run it again. Hope it works. Alexa, play some songs by Olivia Rodrigo.
Playing some songs by Olivia Rodrigo.
Okay, it should open YouTube now. Awesome. So it's loading. So you see it has opened YouTube and it is playing some of her greatest hits. As you can see, this is amazing, guys. It is playing the song Good For You. Awesome. So now you can ask whatever song you want to your Alexa, whatever artist, and she will open YouTube herself and play it for you. That is amazing. Awesome job, guys. Okay, so now we've done one cool feature, but we're definitely still not done. We can add so much more things. So let's add maybe an elif statement here, and we'll maybe have Alexa tell us what the time is. So if the word time is in our command, then we will create a variable called time, and it will be, or before we do this, we will need to import another one. It is called date time, so there's no need to install anything for this because it already comes with Python. Okay, so now we'll go back, we'll put in our date time, and it'll be equal to, or dot datetime dot now, and empty parentheses dot strf time, and in parentheses here after this we will put in single quotes, and we're going to put in percent uppercase I colon percent uppercase M colon, and then actually there's no colon after the M, and then percent lowercase p. So you may kind of find this part familiar here, because that probably is because you watched the how to make a clock in Python project video, which is the first video actually in the Python project series. So if you haven't watched it, please do check it out. It's a very cool project that we completed. But let me just review this line right here. Basically what it's doing is it is setting how our clock is going to look like, what it's going to show. So this percent I here is setting a 12-hour clock, right? So it's going to show the hours. The percent M for minutes, right? And then we have our percent P at the last here, which is show if it's AM or PM. So after this, we'll go ahead, we'll use that talk again, and we'll have Alexa say maybe like the current time is, and we'll have plus time. So whatever time it is, Alexa will tell that to us. And then we can also have it print the time on the screen itself, so we can see it on the screen as well. So, and she also tells it to us, so that's pretty cool. Now we can run this and let's see what happens. Alexa, what is the time?
Current time is 7:46 p.m.
Awesome. So not only did it, tell us what the time is, but it also printed it on the screen. So that is awesome. Okay, so now another thing, we can put another elif statement here. So maybe we can add, okay, what if you have a research project from school and you need to research about a person? You can use your Alexa to find out some information about them, right? So we'll actually have that in here. So we'll put in the keyword as like who is, right? So if that is in the command, again, the same format, we'll create a variable called person though. And again, you probably know the code by now. Command.replace will replace that word or phrase who is with an empty string. And now what we'll go ahead and do is we'll import another Python package. It will be called Python Wikipedia. We'll open this link here, copy this, terminal, Control V. Now that it is installed, we'll go ahead back up here, import it, so Wikipedia, just like that. So I installed this, you probably know by the name Wikipedia. So if you say who is and whatever person, famous person, it will get the information from Wikipedia and it'll give you a short summary. So we'll have to put in another variable called info here, and it'll be equal to our Wikipedia and dot summary, and we'll have like person and then 1 in the parentheses here. So it'll give us a short summary of that person from Wikipedia. And what we can do is we'll have it print the info on the screen. And we can also have Alexa tell us that information, because you know, who's gonna read it? We want her to read it for us. So let's see how this works. Alexa, who is Albert Einstein? So it should give us a summary now.
Albert Einstein, E.Y.E. Einstein, German, Alp Anton, listen, March 14, 1879, April 18, 1955, was a German-born theoretical physicist, widely acknowledged to be one of the greatest physicists of all time.
So that was amazing. Alexa actually told us some very interesting information about Albert Einstein. So you can ask Alexa now to give you some information about any famous person, and she will do that for you. So that is awesome. Now let's do something, give another cool feature for our Alexa. Something we can do is maybe have her tell us a joke. So we can do elif.joke, right? And again, if it's in the command, then we'll install another one here. Again, go to Chrome. So Python and then PyJokes. So if you search this, it should open, give us that link here. I'm gonna copy it. Go to our terminal. Again, same steps as usual. So we'll install that PyJokes and then import it here into our file. Very simple. Okay, so now what we'll do is once we do that, you know, if the word joke is in our command, we'll use that talk, and we'll just do pyjokes.get_joke. And that's all you need for this one, because it is just going to get a joke from the PyJokes and it's going to tell it to us. And if you want, you can also put in like, you know, print. You can put in a print statement there to print out that joke on the screen as well. So that is something you can ask your computer or Alexa to tell you a joke, and she will do it for you. Now, some other things you can add here is what if you just want to have a nice conversation with your Alexa? First, the user might, you would say like hello, right? So you can add in some code for this. Again, I'm repeating that same thing I said in the beginning of the video. This project is very customizable. you can have Alexa say whatever you want. You can put in all these elif statements and, put in some code now that you know how on having a nice conversation. So as you see, I have put in like if the word hello is in your command, then Alexa will say hi to you. So let's see how that works. Hello, Alexa. Okay, so she did say hi. Now something else, maybe you want to ask, okay, so Elif, we can put in a whole phrase in here, like, how are you doing? So if the user asks this is in the command, then our Alexa can say maybe like, I am doing good. Right? And we can have her just say like, thanks for asking. So let's print or run this code and see. How are you doing, Alexa?
I am doing good. Thanks for asking.
You're welcome. So another thing we can do is, now that we have all these elif statements, and after our user has done some research about someone, asked the time to Alexa, played some songs, got a joke from Alexa, had a nice conversation, they would probably say bye, right? They want to end their conversation with Alexa. So if the word bye is in their command, then we can just write in quit. So it will quit the program and just end it. So what we can do here is actually put this in a while true. So we'll indent it, so it'll be in there. So what it will do, you probably saw that after you ask just one question or give one command, it just quits the program. So now that we put this in a while true, it will keep on printing out that listening, and it will keep on running the code after you've given your statements. So we don't have to exit out and click on the run button again. It's much easier. Now, since we've done that, we've given all these commands, right? So you can actually create a simple else statement here. And what if, Alexa misunderstands you, right? What we can have her do or say is like, please say the command again. So she will tell this to us, and then we can repeat our command. So that will be useful, if she misunderstands you or anything else like that. She will tell this to you, and you can give your command again. So guys, wonderful job. I hope you all had a good time, creating this Alexa project. And if you did make it this far in the video, please make sure to smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to NPStation so you can, and also click on the notification bell so you can get, reminders when I post a new video. And you never know, it will be another Python project. There will definitely be more coming up in this series, so keep an eye out for that. But thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Keep reading, keep coding, and stay safe.